Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for the second segment of the Coon Prairie Ramblers here in greater downtown Arcadia.
It is.
We got Dangerous Dave filling in for KC and the Moonshine Gang.
Oh, yeah.
And we got Luke, the rebel without a clue.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah. And Dangerous Dave has something that's just burning his heart.
Heart.
I don't know about burning my heart, but in the last segment, I told you about I've met people that had the ability to walk into a place and kind of sense what was going on, and they kind of led me to my thoughts on deja vu. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have ever had deja vu, but I have been places that, well, like the first time I went to some of my kinfolk's house, I'd never been there before. But before I walked in the door, I knew exactly how the house was laid out.
Whoa,
I knew if you go up the stairs and take a left, there's a bedroom.
Really?
Let's take it to another level, beyond my days. Wow.
Something to try, and this is for anybody out there listening. You can go online and you can see an aerial photograph through Google Earth of what your property looks like.
Right.
If you've never done that before, go and take a look at that picture and tell me if you haven't seen that before. That somehow when you're sleeping, I don't understand it, but when you're sleeping, it's like your mind expands.
Whoa.
And you can see what things look like from an aerial perspective. And then when you look online and see it, you're going to say, well, you know, I've seen this picture before somewhere. I've seen it from this, I don't know, point of view.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Whoa. You've been drinking some adult beverages?
No, I'm serious. When you get home, you
that
try
sounds
it.
like LSD stuff.
It's like, go ahead.
I don't know. I've had what they call deja vu, where you're somewhere, you're doing something, or you're talking to somebody, or you're in the middle of something, and all of a sudden, for a couple of seconds, it comes back to you like you've done it.
Yeah.
You've done the same exact thing with the same people.
Yeah.
And to me, you know the next thing that's going to happen, what somebody's going to say, just briefly, and then it's gone, or whatever. And I used to have a notion many years ago, which is stupid, that maybe when you're asleep, your mind or your brain or heart or whatever, or soul or something, time travels into the future and just takes a few brief glimpses here and there, and it returns to you, and then when it actually happens, you recognize it. And that sounds far out, but I couldn't think of anything else.
Well, Luke, I've had that same thing. And if you've had it and if I've had it, I'm sure out of about 7 billion people on the planet, somebody else has had it. But, you'll be talking to somebody, and you'll say, wait a minute. We've had this conversation.
Exactly.
You know, this is...
Word for word.
Yeah.
There's got to be a scientific explanation for it. I'm not sure what it is, but it might be interesting to read up on.
Now, this thing, Dangerous Dave, about this walking in the room and knowing all about it, you know, I think there are some people who just they're just more aware of what's going on, or they're more, have the attention, or a better memory or something. Because I knew a guy in the military when I was stationed over in Thailand, and he was telling me that, you know, that of course he was in that kind of work where it was required of him, but he could walk into a room and then turn around and walk out of the room and then tell you what was, you know, everything he saw in that room.
Photographic memory.
Yeah, and just tell you, you know, and up on the wall was a picture of FDR, and over there was something hanging over there, and then down in the corner, there was the dog dish, and you know, I mean, just boom, 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 just very perceptive or very perceptive. I guess.
Perceptive.
Yeah.
It's fun to have that experience, but you wouldn't want to have to do it all the time. Where every day that stuff's hitting you. That would mess with your mind, I think.
You know, this Mary Lou Henner, she's on WFLN. I believe she's still with, but she used to be on the show Taxi. And supposedly she had, you know, can remember everything that's ever happened back to such and such a year.
If she did something with you, what day it was, or what you were wearing, or what you ate, where you went. I mean, for decades she could recall that. Total recall.
Yeah. And I've met one person, I won't tell you who it is, but who said, he said, I don't read a book. I don't read books. He says, because it would torment me, because I would constantly be remembering everything about it. I said, wait a minute, that don't sound right. Because life is like is a book.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you walk out the door, you're going to be reminded about everything you saw outside there,
That is kind of far out, but going back to Mary Lou Henner for a second there, I mean, that would not be the kind of girlfriend to have, because women remember too much as it is.
Oh, yeah.
Women don't forget nothing.
Man.
But she takes it to a whole nother level, so that would be pretty terrifying.
I remember on Tuesday at 2 p.m. on the 4th of February that you said this, and it really hurt my feelings.
That's right. It was 20 years ago or something.
There you go.
My wife does that to me, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I don't remember saying such and such.
You've got to watch yourself, because women will make stuff up.
I think, that's what I've accused her. You making that up.
Tell her to prove it.
Yeah, prove it.
Yeah, give me chapter and verse.
Show me the recording.
There you go.
That's right. Well, I write stuff down. I keep a journal. I've been doing it since 1979, but I write most everything. Not everything, but most things, because there wouldn't be time, and it'd be too boring, and some of it's too personal. So you do the highlights every week. But that's my memory.
Do you ever do like my wife said such and such?
I did some in the early days, but I kind of quit doing that. We get in a spat about something, and I'd say something about it, but I'm not going to put that in there anymore.
Of course, there's a scripture in the Bible that tells you not to do that.
Yeah,
not to make note of every little thing. That every little bad thing someone does to you,
especially if you're a guy, because that'll come back to bite you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because you can believe, if you ever leave that journal laying around while you're out doing something else, she's going to pee.
Doggies.
And then she's going to remind you. You remember 34 years ago when you wrote in that journal?
It's in your handwriting.
Maybe she'll go in there and write something in there. And then she'll catch you and say, you back on such and such a date, you said that. You said, no, I didn't.
Yeah, she could.
See, there it is, right there in your journal.
I can see it right now. He'll be flipping through his journal one day, and underneath his little quotation, it'll say, Luke is a doof, or something like that.
Well, she thinks that as it is, I'm pretty sure. That'd be my luck. But
hopefully she doesn't make it go public. She doesn't take it public, huh?
Yeah.
Go to work. Luke's a doof.
I hear she's going to make an audio book. So
I should probably destroy all that before I die. Or
Our life. Life was Luke.
Deja vu is, of course, in Arcadia, they call it deja mu, because it's the same old bull.
There you go. There you go.
That's an old joke, corny, but hey, I don't get to use it very often.
Well, I never heard it. That's a good one.
Deja mu. Same old bull.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, the deja vu, that's a very interesting thing. And I wonder, that guy you're talking about,
I
mean, is there something, supra spiritual, or is it just he just got good perception?
Maybe he's struck by lightning or something. Who knows?
When it comes to ghosts, I believe in the angelic, the demonic, and the psychic. Now, I think that
wait a minute. The psychic being...
The psychic basically is a memory of things that are held by solid objects.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of times they say, well, I went down to Gettysburg and I seen the soldiers walking across there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the soldiers, you're not seeing their spirits. What you're seeing is, all the emotions and stuff cause those memories to be absorbed in that place. And I wonder if some people pick up on it more. Like that guy I told you could go in the room and said, well, the lady lived here and she had two sons died in the war. Yeah. Well, that's a very, very emotional thing. Maybe the house just absorbed that information and he was able to pick up on it. I don't know.
Harry Houdini, the escape artist back in the 20s, he spent the last part of his life, we're down almost out of time here. He spent the last part of his life trying to disprove mediums and spiritists and things like that.
But then he told his wife that if anybody could come back from the dead, it's going to be me. So be watching for me. But he died on Halloween, and we haven't seen him since.
He died on Halloween.
Yep.
How ironic.
Yeah. So on Halloween, they had seances for years after that. His wife did, because she knew if anybody could come back, escape from death, he escape from everything else, it would be Harry.
Yeah. That would be Harry, wouldn't it?
That'd be Harry, all right. Get your money's worth and then some.
Oh, man.
All right, boys and girls, and everything in between. It's that time. We're going to back on out again. So y'all don't wander too far, because we're going to be right back.